Okay, students, good evening. So, students who are in the online, am I audible? Very good. Right. So, last class, we have completed the explanation for the concept of try. Come on, except Naveen Kumar, I will tell you my book name, I will tell you. First, let me start. Book name is important first. Oracle book name, I will tell you. Today, I will tell you at the end of the class. So, fresh time, let us start with the book. Start the discussion now. So last session already we have completed the scenario called what? Exceptions. Under that, explanation for the keywords of exception handling. This is what we discussed already. I hope everybody aware of that. Okay. Then after that, except block, very important. And next after that, else block. Next after that, finally block. Yesterday I told some student to remember. I think so. You are studied, ma? Studied? No? Stand up. Why? Time is not there. Ma, tell me. Time is there or not there? Studied or not studied? Not studied? Studied. Can you say now? Okay. Next tomorrow also I will ask you. All right. Slowly I will keep pressure on you. Daily one point you tell me. Today try block. Tomorrow like that. Few days I will give some confidence for you. Right. Next. One more is there. I think you are studied. No? Why? Why, ma? Reason? Ma? Interview. What subject? Infosys. Okay. Which subject? Python. They did not ask this question. Of course, they will ask only basics up to data types. So, this is also very important when they come to interview. Typical interview, they will ask these questions. Tomorrow, try to learn part by part. Sit down. So let us go to yes, really, Jock and Jock underscore Rosam is very, very dangerous. I am very much inconvenient because of this. I am very much inconvenient. Right? Jock and Rosam. So don't say J for me. Say J for J for Python. Jock Rosam. So Jock Rosam, J for Python, yes. J for Rosam. Don't say J for anybody else. Okay, na? Right. Of course. My personal feeling is, of course, because they will not keep me silent, because they will say something, I will say something. So generally, people will be influenced by cinema actors. People will be influenced by politicians. By both of them will give very much irritation for us. So we should not follow any politician. We should not follow any cinema actor. Both of them will not be in our boundary. Their life is different. Our life is different. Our life is 24 hours. Brain is working. Their life is 24 hours working some brain. How that will work, you know. How our brain will work, we know. And we don't want to have any comparison of it. Okay, students? That's why my students also should think like that. My students also should think like that. So, Rosam, Jack underscore Rosam, please understand me. Right. Fine. So let us start the discussion about right. Go to the session. Now I'm going to, already last class we entered into these keywords and we started discussing about various forms of except blocks. Did you remember what we discussed? Except with what? Single exception. Next, except with multiple exceptions. Next, except with exception class name with alias name. Next, except with the exception name. Except exception name of the class itself is called exception. Next, except with the default underscore. Okay, that is what we have written it. Now, dear students, I would like to show you one beautiful program now. So div2 I will open it. How many programs, how many except blocks I wrote? 2 except blocks I will write. Okay, in real time, what we do is, in real time projects, what we do is, whether it's Java or Python or .NET, whatever it is, what we do is something like this. Program for accepting 2 integer values and find their division. For example, I'm accepting 2 integers and I converted it and I got 2 types of exceptions. Who knows the near future? My code may be modified or not. My code may be modified in the next level of project, maintenance. Some code may be added to my code or not. Some code will be added to this. Suppose, for example, S is equal to Python. S is equal to Python. Dear students, please look at that. Print of S of 11. S of 11 I am saying. Print S of 11. What is this 0, 1, 2, 3? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 characters. But I am saying that all of a sudden 11. Is it executed by PVM? All of you. Is it executed by PVM? No. No. What is the answer is coming? Index error is coming. Index error. Index error will come. Index error will come. Are you following, students? Once you go for this index error, start. In line number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, no exceptions are there. In line number 9, there is an exception is coming. When exception is coming, what is that exception name? PVM knows that it is which error? Index error. Coming to where? 0 division error. 0 division error. It is not matching. Next exception is what? Value error. It is also not matching. Do you have any other except block? Now, where it will go? Finally block. After that, it goes to where? Some other try block. It will go to some block which is not there at all. No except block. I told already in the class. If no except block is present, since you have written finally block, it will execute and you will get what? Technical error message will come. No except block is written, it will go to directly out of the program flow. By executing which block? Because you have written the finally block. Let me execute this and show you. Let me execute, of course, 1 minute more. I just want to write this code separately. I want to write this code separately. Of course, I wrote it separately only. Okay, I will save it. div22.py, div22.py. Yes, come out of that. Go to the command prompt. Go to the command prompt. Say, here we are. Python 6 p.m. Sorry, 4 p.m. CD. What is this now? Exceptions here. Now see, students, py div22.py. So 102 I got it. See ma, I got the output. I am from finally block. Exception came na. See, students, you are getting output, but what is this? Exception is there. Since exception is there, else block will not execute. Keep in mind. It will directly come to where? Finally block, and it will give which message? Index error. So when I wrote my code in the beginning of my initial project, these sentences are not there. Based on this, in level 1, I was handled already how many exceptions? 2 exceptions, because 2 exceptions are present with me. In the next level, in the maintenance part, somebody else has gone 2 statements added to my existing code. Which exception is coming? The person who is writing in the next level may not be able to handle that exception because of lack of exceptions or something else. Because of that, what message is coming? Technical error message. What I do is just remove that. What I am feeling is, here I am feeling that when my project is completed today, when it goes to the next level of maintenance, the next person may be adding some code to my existing try and accept block. That time I am feeling that some exception may be coming because of new added statements. To handle that new exception, today I am writing what? Except underscore I am writing. Except underscore I am writing. Sorry, except I am writing. What I do something here, I don't know what type of exception he will write it. What type of statements he will write it, I don't know. But definitely, if any exception coming because of that added statement, at least I will print some exception message. What is the message? Something went wrong. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. So I'm saying something went wrong. So I say here, something went wrong. Take care. So I will take care of this. This is the advice I would like to give you. First, what exceptions I am writing? You write down specific exceptions. Specific exceptions. Are you following me? First you write specific exceptions. Last you write what? Except block. Print something went wrong, take care. Something went wrong, take care. And div22.py. div22.py. So see that, execute now, py, div22.py, say something 100, something 2, no problem. Go there. Now I will write some statement I am writing. S is equal to what I am writing? Python, print of what? S of what? 12. Now see, what is the exception is coming? A new person is added to the statement. What is happening, my dear students? Is it matching? Is it matching? No. Is it matching? Yes. Compulsory you will get an answer called what? Yes. Look at that now. Look at this now. Understand? You enter some value called 20 and 5. See that something went wrong. What you will do? Definitely you will go there. Oh, because of this, what is happening? Exception. I will write one more also. If you are a beautiful student, you can add one more. My sir said that as E. Exception as E. What is happening? Which exception is coming here? Index error. Index error related message is stored in where? Index error is a subclass of what? Whose message is restored in where? E. I will comma, I will write E. You see, students, how easy that is. And 2, I am writing something went wrong, take care, string index out of range. See, because of this message, it is helping to the end user or not? Understand? Fine. Now from now onwards, what I will do? Okay, sir, I understand. Immediately I will go. If you are a very strong person, what you will write immediately? Index error. Say, tell me. String index out of range. Check the index. Check the index. Now tell me what is happening. Say here 100 and 0. Don't enter 0 for denominator. Say 100 ABC. Don't enter STRs. 100 and 2 index, string index out of range. Check the index. I'll go immediately. I will check the index or not. And what is written? See, at the last, what is written? Why I wrote this line number 17? Why I wrote? For further near future, if any exception coming, that unknown exceptions also can be handled by what? Exception E. Did you understand my point? That means with a lot of security part you are going to provide to your program. And when I am writing that, where I am writing, please tell me. First of all, did you understand what I am interested to tell you? First, you need to write what, ma? Specific exceptions first. At the last, you need to write what? Exception E. Suppose all of sudden, you can ask me a question. They will ask you the question, what is the order of writing exceptions? What is the order of writing the except blocks? It is going to give you error. It is going to give you, everything is handled by line number 11 only. Everything is handled by what? Line number 11. Why are you writing 13th line, 15th line and 17th line? Why are you writing 11th, 13th line, 15th line, 17th line? You see execute, see that 100 and then 2. See that what is coming? Something went wrong, take care. Now I am giving something like that. You just take care of this. Now I am writing like this. I am writing like this. You see here, I say here and 0. Everything is taken care by 1 only. Something went wrong, take care. Division by 0. Everything is handled by that. A, B, C. Everything is coming from that only. Only one except block only coming. Only one except block is coming. But is it recommended to write? Is it recommended to write? No. What is the recommendation? What is the recommendation of the industry? First write what? First write what? Exception E. First write what here? Specific exceptions. Last you write what? This is the order of writing. All of sudden, for 1 minute you keep it ma. For 1 minute you keep it, keep it like that and try to write this here. Try to write except you just write like this. You see something, take care. I am saying like this. Now I am saying like this. Now see, here I am writing. You see that error. What is that? Must be last. Default except must be last. Okay, sir. Now I am going there. Now I am writing. Even you write it. Now write like this. See, students, how beautiful this is. So default except must be. What is this? So this is supposed to be, remove this. So take care. What is happening? What happens, ma? Okay. Remove this. Okay, I copied it. Now you say, go to this, see that 100 and then 2. I got it. What is happening here? Finally block, I got it. What is the T is printed? This because of that T is printed. Are you following? So because of this 28, what is coming? You see something went wrong or not? 23 and then 45, something went wrong. Check the index. So I hope you are understanding how to write the except blocks. Where should I write the except block? Last. It is not possible to write in the beginning. So did you understand the intention of that? What I am trying to say? In our Python programming, always we must write specific except blocks first. Last we need to write what? Yes. You may ask a question, sir, can I write like this? Except, exception as what? E. No problem. You can write one more message. Oops, something went wrong. Okay, I am writing that message also here. You see, this is the way also you can write it. 23 and then 4. You see, check the index. This is nothing but what? String index out of range. This one is coming. Are you following? String index out of range. Check the index. And this I am writing for what purpose? Future purpose. You write either this one you write or this 19th you write it. Even if you write like this, suppose I am writing this one I am writing, here I am trying to write it. See that now. Default except block must be. So I hope that you people will get compulsory question on except block like this. What is the order of except blocks, please? Specific exceptions, superclass exception, last what? Except without exception name. Except this is the order of handling the exceptions. Okay, students. So I will prepare one small line of control I will give ma. Order of hmm, order of what? Handling order of handling exceptions. It is always recommended. It is when we handle this point, I would like to say, when we handle any exceptions, when we handle any exceptions in Python program, look at that. In Python program, it is mandatory. Mandatory means compulsory to handle specific exceptions, specific exceptions, specific exceptions in any order. In any order. Specific exceptions means what? Here I will write it. What is it? Value error, comma, what next? Type error, comma, next is called what? Index error. Any order you write it, no problem. Zero division error, etc. These are all called what? Specific exceptions. In any order you can write it. It is not necessary to write zero division error first and like that. I will cut it. Later I will write what? You see. First write value error, no problem. You write after that what? No problem. But you don't disturb the last two things. These specific exceptions can be written in any order. See, my dear students. They say 100 and 0 you say, no problem. Specific exceptions, see students, I say here, very, very important. When we handle any exceptions in Python program, it is mandatory to handle, mandatory to handle specific exceptions in any order like value error, type error, index error, zero division error, right? And comma, what is that? At last but one, or at last I can say, and at last, what should I write? General exception block with, what is that? Base class exception name, in the bracket, what I will write? Exception or what? What is that? Base exception. Are you understanding? Or at last, general exception. At last, we must write general exception block with a base class exception name, like this, either exception or base class exception name, or what? Except block without any exception name. Otherwise we get error. What is that error we got it? Look at that. Syntax error. Otherwise we get syntax error. We get error as, I will write within the double quote, student. Otherwise we get what error, ma? Syntax error. Default except must be last. If you want one skeleton part, I will give, my dear students. Try, I say. Next I will write what, ma? Except, I will say, except, what is this now? Exception class name 1. So I say some statements here. So next I will write one more. Okay. Next I will write name n. I will write like this. So like that I will write a lot of names. I will write it. Like this I will write it. Last what I will write it? So I say, if at all you are interested, you can take it as what? Exception. Or we can write what, ma? Base exception. And dear students, don't write what? Slash, either one of it. Okay. And the last what I will write it? Except like this, I will write general exception we can call. I hope this is known as which exception? Default except block. Default except block. What is this block is called? Except block. Except block with what class? Base class. Base class. I hope you are understanding. These are called what? These are called what? Specific except blocks. Okay. Specific except block. Specific except block. Specific except block. Specific except block. And then next is called base class. Except block with what? Base class. Next, this is not. Yeah, will come out. So, like this. This is called what, ma? Specific except block. And this is called which block? Default except block. This is the order. If at all you want example, if you want example, I will copy that example, ma. I'll copy because this order is very important in certification level and in the example point of it. So I say, I'll just try to copy this. I'll try to put it here for your better understanding purpose. So all of them are available. Understand? Huh? Clarity is there. Students in the online, is it clarified, students? Did you understand this mechanism? Very good. Fine, students. Now it is a time to go for another important discussion. Okay. Now I'm going for which one? Raise keyword I want to introduce. So before introducing the raise, base class means what? Okay. Ganesh Verma. So base class means what? Yesterday I said some amount of time. So I said general example. I said technical example and many more things you already have. This is except block concept, even a diagram also I wrote it. Still, even in today also, we will repeat it. Ganesh Verma, be in the line, ma, I will explain. Right? Fine. So coming to the point back, now I'm going to enter into the, coming to the continuation process of programmer defined exceptions. Come on, students, go. Types of exceptions I want to open. Today, I'm going to gear up. Very, very important discussion I'm going to enter into that. So far, we discussed what? How to handle the predefined exception and various forms of except block and how to write try, how to write except, how to write else, how to write finally we learn. Let me add to these keywords, our own exceptions also I will add. Later I'll go to the biggest case study. And exception handling block, daily it will be continued. Understand? So let us go to the programmer defined or user defined exceptions I'm going to enter. So I'm going to discuss in the class about programmer defined exceptions I'm going to explain. So I'm going to explain here what is that? Programmer defined exceptions. Programmer defined exceptions I'm going to enter into that. Start with it. Tell me, what is this programmer defined exceptions which is already explained? What is already explained? Come on, start everybody. Programmer defined exceptions are those which is already explained in the classroom for you. These exceptions, see, developed by Python programmer, available as a part of the Python project. They are used by the other Python programmers for dealing with common problems. What are the common problems are occurring? Attempting to enter invalid PIN in ATM based applications. How you can understand this? How you can understand any type of invalid error is coming, any type of invalid error is coming, any type of wrong input is entered, definitely what is happening? Exception will come. Come on, don't go back. Speak about that. Anything is invalid input is entering, what is occurring? Exception will occur. Exception occurring means what to create? If you don't speak, don't come to the offline class. Be in the online. I will happily teach from home. Come on, object of what? Exception class. Object of, right? Object of exception class. If I want to create what I need, exception class is required. What class is required? Exception class is required. Such exception class is not there in which API? Python software, it is not there. So who need to develop? Python programmer has to develop. That's why that class is known as which class? Next, one more. Attempting to enter invalid username and password is called what? Exception. Exception means what to create? Object. To create an object, what is required? Exception class is required. Such exception class is not there in where? Python API. Where is that Python API? Python API is not there. That class is not there. Who need to develop then? Programmer need to develop. So such type of exception is known as what? Programmer defined exception class. So we are entering into programmer defined exception. How to develop programmer defined exceptions I am going to discuss. So I will take these words as it is. I need not to write again and again. How to develop that? Just I am assuming pin error. I just want to define. Login error, insufficient fund error, insert error. These are all called what? Wrong things. In general, in a project, anything is irrelevant input is coming. I have to develop one type of exception class. Understand? Fine. Successful results, normal classes will provide. Exception classes are going to be provided by what? Come on. Yes. Programmer defined exception class. How to develop? Now I am going to say steps for developing. Steps for developing. Which exceptions? I am going to say here I am writing steps for developing. Steps for developing. Which one? Programmer defined exceptions. Steps for developing programmer defined exceptions. Steps for developing programmer defined exceptions. Shall we start? Okay. How programmer defined predefined exceptions developed? I just want to go for the programmer defined exceptions. Let us take students. Last class, I wrote one diagram. Did you remember the diagram? Did you remember? What is the diagram I set? What is the diagram I set? Forget already. By looking at you, I can understand. What is the diagram I set? Remember? Not remembering? So what is that class name? Exception, also called as what, ma? Base exception. I can write it. There is a lot of work with it. There is a lot of work with this diagram now. This is known as what? I am writing one important type of picture here. I am writing one important type of diagram. It is called what? Exception handling hierarchy chart. Exception handling hierarchy chart. Exception handling hierarchy chart I am going to define. Okay, students, let us start with the exception handling hierarchy chart. Okay, start with exception handling hierarchy chart now. How important this class is? How important this class is? Let us start with this discussion now. Under this is the base class for all the exceptions. Base class is nothing but what? Is a centrally located position where it grants the facilities of exceptions to its subclasses. Dear students, it is little early to speak with you what is the base class and what is the derived class. But there is no way for me. I have to explain compulsory what? Programmer defined exceptions compulsory I have to explain. And you can understand no problem here. You can understand me no problem. You see, already I said this type of diagram for you. Already I said this diagram. KVR is this. Yesterday also I told. Yesterday I told you this. And what is happening here? All my students in the class are called what? All my students in the class are called what? Subclasses. My subclasses they are called. All my students are called subclasses. And what I am here? Superclass. Your parents are superclass for yours. Your grandparents is a superclass for your parents. Their grandparents, grandparent, parent and child. Is it not called family history? Family diagram. Like that. Try to come. You can understand. No doubt in that. Because you will understand a lot of things outside. So you can understand this easily Python language. What is this class, ma? What is this class called? Base or what? Superclass, base or superclass. Now I am writing here. Now I am writing here. What is this? Derived classes I am writing. So it says whatever the names you say, tell me please. Zero division error. Zero division error. Come on, please. Next is, yes, key error. Yes, whatever you understand, you tell me key error. Next is called what? Value error. Come on, next. Index error. Come on, next, please. Type error. Type error. Next, please. Module not found error. Module not found error. Okay, students, next. Anuj, arithmetic error. That is from Java, I think so. Anuj, are you from Java? Are you from Java? Arithmetic exception, that is. AE means arithmetic exception. Type error. Unbound local error. Very good. Very good. So, Lakshmi and Anil Kumar. Nice. Keeping. Where I taught that? Unbound local error. In the globals function. All those things I said. Come on. Next is what? Attribute error. Attribute error. A dot real, I said. A dot IMAG. I am writing A dot imaginary. IMGINARY. Is that attribute present in that? No. Like that. Next is called what? Next is syntax error. But syntax error is not an exception. It is a compile time error. Next is called what? Indentation error. Indentation error is also one type of compile time error. What not, students? Next is called what? File not found error. File not found error. If I go on writing some more number of exceptions, I can write it. What these are all called? What these are all called from here onwards? What these are all called, ma? Very good. These are all comes under what? Yes, these are comes under. Come on. Fine. Coming to the point back. These are comes under subclasses. Which one these are called? Subclasses. Sub or what? Derived exception classes. Exception classes. And here base or superclass we can call. So what is the first in this class? What is the question is coming? Who is the superclass for all the exceptions in exceptions? Who is the superclass for all exceptions? Exception or that is the one. What is the zero division error? Zero division error is a subclass of what? Exception. Understand? And a key error is a sub exception of what? Exception. Tomorrow, if you want to develop your own exception, your exception is also subclass of this exception only, na? Come on, students. Simple, ma. Let us go. Now, tell me, class in Python, to develop a class, we use one keyword. Classes and object is a separate class for us. Separate explanation I will explain. In a class, to define a class, we are using a keyword called what? Class. Class. What is the class? What is the class? Keyword. You need to write a name of the class. What is your name? For example, your name is Rakesh. Rakesh is a class. Rakesh is a class. Is our online student. Class Rakesh. What is Rakesh? Student. Is the name of the class. You want to learn Python. Who is the superclass? Me. So you want to get the Python knowledge from me. See that angular bracket, angular, that is braces. I will write the base class name. I will write the base class name. What is KVR there? Superclass. What is Rakesh here? Subclass. Subclass. Don't worry about the pass. I am not writing anything inside. Are you getting me? Come on, next. Suppose class, one more class is there. Rohit is there. Rohit. Who is the Rohit? Rohit want to become magician. He want to become a magician. You want to become musician. What is that now? Musician. I am writing musician here. What is musician in the bracket? Super class. What is Rohit here? That means all the features of musician is inherited into where? All the features of KVR is coming to where? That is nothing but this understands. Pass. I am not writing anything else. Up to here only you understand. Tell me, as usual, same to same, zero division error. What is zero division error? Of which class? How do you define now? Come on, I am waiting for you. Class zero division error of exception. What is the meaning of this? All the facilities of this exception are coming to where? Zero division error. What is zero division error is called? Subclass. Of which class? That's it. Something like that. See, dear student, it is coming by default down. I will just cut it. I will just write like this. Zero division error of exception, and then say what? Pass. Now I will say class. I am writing one more kind of thing. Index error of what? Index error of what here? Exception. Or I can also write what here? Base exception, colon what? Pass. Of colon pass. I hope you are understanding this. Is it understandable, students? Today, I want to develop my own exception. What is my exception? Pin error. I want to develop what error? You tell me. You only tell me. Very good, class. Pin error of. That's it. Colon what? Pass. Rohit. Class pin error of what? That means my class also will become the subclass of what? Now I want to go for login error. Login error. Come on. Class, what is this now? Login error. All of you must understand. Ranjan, pin space error, no. Login. See how I am writing? Strictly Hungarian notation, student. What is this now? Base exception. Basic. I am not giving any space there. Tell me, developing your own exception is easy or difficult? Easy. First point is what? To develop any type of exception, what is the first step is? Take your own class name. Which class name? Predefined or programmer defined? Programmer defined. Next is called what? Programmer defined class must inherit from where? Either exception or from where? Base exception. Are you following? And save it on some file name. With an extension .py. Save it on some file name with an extension what? .py. I hope you are following me. Is it understandable? How many steps? Anil Kumar. Perfect. But you should change that. PC. How? Everybody must. I said so many times so far. Everybody should change from now. P capital, E capital. This is recommended for you to follow the Python conventions. Don't try to write small letters, ma. All of you, those who are writing something in their own order, please follow me. How many steps are there? 3 steps are there. Come on, without late. First step, please. No, ma. Steps. Choose the programmer defined class. Name. Programmer defined class name. Okay. Second one is what? The programmer defined class name must inherit. Tell me. Must inherit from predefined exception superclass called. Exception superclass called. Come on. Exception E capital. This one you have to follow me. Exception or what? Base exception. As far as the student is concerned, predefined exception class means don't think that this is an exception class. This is called exception class. This is an English word. What is the superclass for exception? Superclass. Exception or base exception. Understand? And hence, due to this step, what is happening? Programmer defined class. Hence, programmer defined class becomes what class? Programmer defined exception class. Am I correct or not? Your class becomes which class? Programmer defined exception class. Programmer defined normal class is there. Programmer defined exception class is there. What I am saying? Programmer defined exception class. Okay. What is the next point I am talking about? Next point is very, very easy. Another point is save it on some file name. Save the above code on some file name. With an extension. What? .py. Why I am saving it on that extension .py? Because it should act as a module name. Because I can use that exception class name in my further projects. For the purpose of what name? For the purpose of what? Module name. Why modules are used? To use it in other program. Are you okay, students? Okay, that you will take care programmatically. So I will go for it. Example, please. Example, come on. Define a programmer defined exception class. What is that? Pin error. Tell me. Pin error. Come on, say quickly. Class pin error. Of what? Come on. Exception. Colon what? That's it. So pin error is known as what? Programmer defined exception class. One more I will take it. What is that now? Define a programmer defined exception class name called what? Login error. Come on, say. Login error. You can take any name, login error. Of what? Base exception. You can take any name, login Hyderabad, you can take it, no problem. You take anything, but I also, myself also will feel like what? Python developer only. I also will take the same conventions like what? I also want to feel like what? Python library. Simple. You will go to US. Your name is Rakesh, Praveen, Ramesh, Ramu, Raju. You will go to US. You are there in green card holder, and your future generation is coming. What is the name you will keep? Raju, Ramu. If you keep like that, if any fighting is going on between there, they will find that you are from different place. So what you will keep? You will keep their own name. Their names are not. Anyhow, your name is fixed. You will change your kids' names as what, like American names or not? Okay, very good. No, sir. Very good. Just I'm not talking about that, but I want to go for in the Python programming. There you are saying no. Okay, that will work out. But here, recommendation is go for what? Python conventions. What are the Python conventions? Pin error, login error, like that. Are you getting? Shall I move forward? Yes, good. So this is comes under what development? Only class name is developed. Shall I move forward? Yes. Later, I will add one more kind of stuff to that. After a few minutes, I will go for it. Not now, after a few minutes. Up to here clear? So I will go for a certain example now. Now, students, up to these three steps are clear? 3 steps. Good. Quickly. Okay. Come on, students. Now I will go for the certain example. Open the notes. First example. Develop a programmer defined exception class name. Develop a programmer defined exception class name Develop a programmer defined exception class name. Develop a programmer defined class name. Develop a programmer defined exception class name which works like which works like zero division error. It is a written test question I would like to take in the class. Small example this is, which works like zero division error. If you understand this example, other things are dead easy for you. Other things are dead easy. Shall we start? Come on, students. Now coming to the point. When you are developing any industry-based applications where programmer-defined exceptions are there will be 3 phases are existing, students. 3 phases. Without 3 phases also I can develop it. That will become a local application. We always going for dealing with project level, we will think about it. Project level, we need to think about it. So 3 phases I am going to develop it. First phase is what you know, student. Phase 1, of course, if you completely execute this application, I can give you overall clarity, you will get it. Develop programmer defined exception, what name? Class name. Develop programmer defined what name? Exception class name. Develop programmer defined exception class name. Which class name I need to develop? I told you that example. Let us go to that example. With respect to an example, I will explain. Carefully try to follow me. You will definitely understand. Which exception I need to develop? Zero division error. Want to develop my own class like. How I will develop? Come on. KVR division error. KVR division error. Of what, ma? Tell me, students. Of what? Okay. Say what? Pass means what? I am not making the PVM to consider the block of what? Class. Indentation block of statements I am not going to write at all. I am saying that ignore. In the class concept of what? Oops. Let us wait. In the oops, when I come to that, you see. When I come to oops, when I come to class, when I come to where, okay, there it is having something in my home mission. That is, go to this place. Something you take it. Oops, somewhere else. Oops, somewhere else. Like this. Somewhere else. Oops. You come to the classes. You see the syntax of it. It's a mind-blowing. Classes and object. Syntax for defining a class. You see. When I come to detailed description, class name, class level data members, instance method name, and then class method, and then static method. Under that instance data members, so much of big story is there. Such a big story I am not writing today. After this is over, we are going for files, after the database, and oops will start. That time I will go for what? Detailed description about which concept? Classes concept I will explain. Right now, don't worry. Up to here it is enough. Class name. Of what? Exception. Okay. So I joined. My class also joined under the subclass of what? Enough. So I am saying kvr.py. What is that kvr.py? File name and acts as module name. Acts as what name? Module name. Acts as module name. File name acts as what name? Right. It is called step number 3, student. It is called step number 2, student. It is called step number 1. It is called step number 2, student. It is called step number 2. Understand? What is the step number 2? 1 ma? Class name, take that exception name, and then the saving on that name is called what? 3. And step number 3 is an optional strictly, but step number 1 and 2 is mandatory. In real-time project, writing step number 3 is a compulsory. But in this, I will develop the same application in one program. I will develop in 3 programs. This is called number 1. So I will write one point here. KVR division error comes under which development? Programmer defined. Come on, students. Exception subclass. Programmer defined exception subclass. Programmer defined exception subclass. Programmer defined exception subclass. Okay, na? Okay, sir. Go. Next stage I am going to talk about it. That is called phase number. Let me close it, my students. Order that other part. Type of exception. This one. Phase 2 I am going to take it. Phase 2 I am going to take up. What is the phase 2? We will take care of it. Go. Now I will take class. Class. Who is this class? One Python programmer. Who is this? Python programmer. One person. Just I am writing division. What is the class name? Division. Sorry, don't take it. Class, you don't take it. DEF. What is the function name? Come on. Division. What is the class name? Sorry, function name. How many values it is taking? 2 values it is taking. From where these 2 values are coming? Say pass. What is this now? div dot what? py. What is this now? File name and acts as what name? Okay. What is my function name? Taking how many values? Okay. So here division. Here I am coming under here division. Division function is common for all the students. This function you may call, I may call, everybody can call it. You may call, I may call, everybody can call it. So I'm taking, after 2 minutes you will get the clarity. Is a common function. Common function. Because according to the real-time standard, we go like this only. Because the bifurcation of the programs are very, very important. No person can write the total code of the project in one single file. Okay, common function. This comes under phase 2. I will remove the pass and I will write one beautiful statements inside. Wait. Next, I will go to one more. I will write it. Main program, I will write it. Main program. See, my dear students. What is this program now? div demo.py. div demo.py. Which function I am going to call? This is called which program? Main program. Which function I am calling? Division. I will pass what? X comma y. What is this x comma y, please? A is equal to, x is equal to, tell me int of input of enter value of first value. Enter what value? Okay. Next what I will do? Enter which value? Second value. Enter second value. Okay. Division of, what is this is called? Main program. Calling what? Function. Calling the function or not? Tell me. In the div demo, in one program, I am calling which values? Sending this xy values or not? Going to where? Are you there in the class? Going to where? Tell me, answer quickly. They will answer. See, online students will answer. Going to where? Still I did not get the proper answer. div.py. Renuka, very good. It is going to where? Function definition. div.py. Every function call compulsory require function definition it will go. That means div dot py. It will go to the definition. What are the values of AB? X value coming to A and Y value coming to where? Okay. What do we do generally? C is equal to what I am doing? A by B. Now, since we are dealing with the exceptions, we must have a keen of observation. Keen of observation is required. Shall we keep the keen of observation? In this case, for a minute you understand, from X, A received the value called 10. From Y, B received the value called what? 0. B received the value called? Tell me, A by B. What is happening? Carefully, don't tell immediately. 10 by 0. 10 by 0 means PVM got what? Exception. PVM got what? When exception occurs, what is raising? What do you understand? Understand the English. What is raising? Exception. When exception is occurring, what is raising? Exception is coming or not? When exception occurs, PVM will create an object of an exception class or not? That is nothing but whenever an exception is occurring, PVM will create what? Object of exception. That is nothing but which exception object is creating here? Zero division error object is automatically raising internally. Yes or no? Today, already question is given, already requirement is given. Don't use what? Zero division error. I want to use KVR division error. Tell me, I should say, PVM, don't raise your own zero division error. Please raise my own exception. It is saying, okay, Python programmer, I will raise your error. Please raise the condition. Tell me the condition. If B double equal to what? 0. B double equal to 0. Okay, student. What should I do? Raise. Simple, ma. B is equal to 0. What is that exception? Na? B double equal to 0 means it is an exception. Exception means ask the PVM to raise. It is saying raise which keyword? Raise name of the exception you write. Raise name of the exception. What is the name of the exception? KVR division error. KVR division error. When denominator is 0, you are developing you are raising your own exception explicitly. Sir, you did not write previously. Who is raising automatically? PVM. Because the PVM knows the name of the class or not. But today when B is equal to 0, which exception I defined? Programmer defined. When I defined programmer defined exception, I should raise my own exception or not? To raise my own exception, which keyword I have to use? Raise is a keyword which is used for hitting the exception, generating the exception, or raising the exception, or populating the exception when certain condition is satisfied. One more. When your password is wrong, raise login error. When your withdraw amount is more than your existing balance, raise insufficient error. Are you understanding? When B is 0, raise which error? Tell me, exception birth starts from which keyword? Exception birth starts from which keyword? Raise. Exception birth starts from which keyword? Raise. When class is over, 6 o'clock, in your stomach, what is raising? Hungry. Or some kind of desire will raise. Or take a cup of tea, or take some snacks like that. Something will rise in your body or not? What it is called? Exception. Don't tell this example outside. Just a general example. When denominator is 0, raise. Which one? KVR zero division error is what? Class name. It was present in which module? KVR.py. Save it. Save it, students. How easy? For you it is difficult, but I am not doing only one application. So many example. And finally, one case study also I'm saying. You will say, sir, perfect, you will say. This beginning, definitely difficult. When we started alphabets in LKG, difficult. When you came to UKG, you are helping to the LKG examiner when you are in UKG. Like that. Come on to the point. I am saying here. Import from import KVR 0 division error. A module is a collection of what? Variables, functions, classes. Now that class I am importing here from KVR module. What is the class name? When B is 0, what are you raising? Okay. Raising the exception is nothing but what? Sending the exception, hitting the exception, generating the exception. Come on, else. What are you doing? Return A by B. Return A by B. Finished. What a beautiful example. What is this class? What is this function is? Common function. You can call, I can call, anybody else can call. Understanding, students? Come on, ma. Save this code div.py. div.py. Be careful, students. Come to the point of it. Which function you are calling? Division function is a part of which module? From div import division. Import. Okay. Start. Shall I execute? Start. Don't see, you are seeing, sir, this is different color, like that you are thinking, right? I can understand your face feelings. I always monitor your face feelings, what you are getting or not. That's why, no problem. Py, come on, py, say, which program I am in? Which program I am executing? div demo. Behind div demo, who is there? div. Behind div, who is there? kvr.py. So this program is using what? div module plus kvr module. kvr module is what? Exception development. div module is what? Function development. div demo is what? Main program. In the main program, I will integrate all the things or not? Okay. Say 10 and then say what? 2. Who will enter these values? Who will enter these values? End user. Already told you. Who will enter the values to the real-time projects? Who will enter once again? Who is taking that values? Who is taking that values? div demo.py. div demo.py. Simple, ma. Why you are becoming dull? Who is taking? Who is taking? Main program. Passing to whom? PVM goes to where? div module. Looking for which function? Okay, what is the value of AB? 10. The value is also not remembering. Such a lazy students you are. 112. 10 and 2. When I am studying, this type of laziness I don't have. Really I am saying to you. Compared to me, you are 99% lazy you are. Whatever you feel it. Open facts I will speak. When who is speaking open facts is your well-wisher. Am I correct? So, come on. What are the values? First of all, you have to remember the values, file names, everything. In my system, lot of hundreds of files are there. Whichever file you say, in sleeping also I will tell. In D colonna, E colonna, F colonna, you tell me whatever I will open the file. How it is possible? How it is possible? Daily, no. Commitment is important. Daily you do the same work. You will go to home only. Who will do this work? So you are already habituated to feel more luxury. I habituated to feel more hard work. That is only the difference. Am I correct? Facts are facts. Say start. Come on. Don't read their answers. Come on. Come on, start. Who is entering the values? Who will take? Main program. Sending to whom? Not remembering. div.py. What is the function name? Division. What are the values of AB? What is the value of A? B. Condition. What is the condition? I am B is equal to 0. What is the condition result? False. Condition result is what? False. What is the B value? 2. 2 double equal to 0. False. Coming to where? 10 by 2. 10 by 2. 5.5, no, 5.0. 5.0, a lot of difference is there. Slash operator, double slash operator. Slash operator. Sending that result back to the main program from where you are calling or not. Say what here? RES is equal to print. What is it? What is this? Result is equal to dot format of. Yeah. Start. Once again. I'll cancel it. Once again, I am testing you. Who is entering the values? Who will take? Main program. Who is sending to whom? Division function. Sending to whom? PVM goes to where? div.py module. Looking for which function? Division function. What is the value of AB? B value. A value. Condition. False. 2 is equal to 0. False. Coming to where? Else part. Return 100 by 2. 50.0 returning. To which program? Main program. To which program? Main program. Printing the result or not? Okay, sir. See the result 50 point. Okay, sir. This is which result? Valid input, valid output. Valid input, start. 100. And next is what? 0. Entered by whom? Integer. Who will take? Who will take? Sending to which function? Division function. I will observe the online students also. Sending to whom? Division function. Going to which module? div.py. div. Okay. What are the division variables? AB. What is the value of A? B. Condition. Also. True. Condition is true. Condition is what? True. When true means what? It is definite. I want to make it as an exception. Raise. Which exception? Sending to, when I am raising means it is going to the place from where you are called. From where you called main program. To that place it is exception is going or not? When you are going to the exception to the main program. When you are going, raising an exception and going to which program? Main program. What is happening there? The exception is coming. Are you handling the exception that? Are you handling the exception? Handling the exception is equal to. Come on. Handling, good, correct. Handling the exception is equal to try block plus except block. Already, my notes. Are you handling the exception here? No. Which message is coming? Technical error message. Technical print. Come on, hit the enter key. See, my dear student, such a big error message came. What this entire thing is called? Earlier I used to get 0 division error. Today I got what? Of which module? Okay. Now what I understand? I must handle the exception. Which exception? Which exception? KVR division. Go. Which statement is generating exception? This statement is generating exception or not? Okay, sir. I will write what now? Try that part only I am writing. Oh, beautiful example this is. Except KVR division error. Say what? Print. Beautiful. Don't enter Don't enter 0 for denominator. Don't enter 0 for what? Okay. When any result is coming, I will write what block? Result I am writing in else block. Are you following? Strictly standards I am following. Finally block you want, I will write finally block also. Because all the keywords are there in my program. What is this, ma? I am from which block? Is it necessary to write finally block here? No, not necessary to write finally block. I just write \n. I am from which block? Finally block. Is it necessary to write finally block? No. But I wrote because in my program all keywords are there. Start. Now your turn starts. First of all, you will get error or not here? Error will come. Why error? KVR division error. It is an exception class. From where it is available? From KVR import KVR division error. Are you getting? Whenever I am using the any class name of on my own, it is there in which module? So I need to import or not? If I don't import, you will get what? Name error will come. Name error. See that I will go for what? Yes. See. Go. Say. Enter first value. 100. 0. See that. What is that error? Do you mean? Do you mean? No, I am saying that no. What is that now? KVR division error only. Okay. Now Python will understand. Start. Start, students. 100 and okay. No problem. 0, 0, 0, 0. Entered by whom? You are getting again big doubt. Sir is entering 0, 0. He will say something confusing. Start. And entered by whom? See? Passing to who will take? Main program. Main program. Passing to whom? Division. Division. PVM goes to which module? div.py. Don't buttify. Did you remember the file names? div.py. What are the AB values? Looking for which function? Division. What are the formal parameters? AB. What is the value of B? A. Condition true. Denominator 0 means I am raising my own exception or not? To raise my own exception, which keyword I will use? Raise. What is the use of raise keyword? Raise keyword is used for raising or hitting or generating the exception when certain condition is satisfied. When certain condition is satisfied, I will hit the exception. Which keyword? Raise. So exception birth will start from which keyword? Raise. When it raise, when it hit, who will handle? Who will hit the exception? Raise. Who will handle? See, they will try block. Still they did not say proper answer. Still somebody will say correct answer. Come on, who is that? I told already, handling the exception is equal to try block plus. Yes, Irfan, good. Who will hit the exception? Hitting first, handling first. Hitting. Who will hit? Who will handle? After that, result. After that, finally, what is the order of the keywords? Rise, try, except. Rise, try, except, else, finally. Else and finally are optional. First birth of exception starts with what? Raise, try, except, else. That is the subject. Understand? First of all, did you understand? Raising the exception coming to where? Main program. Here, raising the exception or not? Coming to which program? Is the exception raising? Is the raised exception matching with except block or not? What are the messages coming? Yes. Don't enter 0 for denominator. Beautiful. Earlier I got a technical error message or not? Is my program is working like a 0 division error or not? This is the subject ma. Small example, very small example. I am from. One more point I would like to say. You can ask me a question. Observe the students. These are two. These are two. This one. Observe. This also going to be some exception is there or not? What is that exception? You see, once again, you say, sir, 10 and then say ABC. 10 and ABC. 10 and ABC. What is 10? Numerical value. Converted into integer or not? Next, ABC is what? Yeah, come on, convert it into which type? Int type. Convert it into which type? Is it able to convert or not? Which exception? On value error, they are saying. You are coming all the way from RTC bus, taking a ticket to sitting in the class, this pollution, all the way you are coming and not saying any answers. They are sitting in the home, green and clean and green, and they are saying answers. And you are saying, not saying anything. ABC, is it able to convert into integer? Which error? How many times I told you this? How many times? Minimum from last 3 days onward, this is the 4th day. I am going on saying, not remembering. Where is the problem? Analyze by yourself. Value error. Dear comrade, value space error space something that is wrong. I told already. Comrade, it is called, how do you write it? What do you write it? V capital, E capital. I requested so many times to do this. Right? Value, you also you missed. Dear comrade, you missed you also. Type it again. Type it again. I'm waiting for you. Again error. You gave space also. Dear comrade, you gave again space. Again you type it. Now, remember, see how you typed it. Observe your chart window. Are you perfect in typing now? Are you perfect in writing the class names in Python? Quickly. Sir. Done. Start. Fine. So, shall we move forward? Understand? How many modules how many programs I explained? Come on. What is the phase number 1? Develop programmer defined exception class name. Second one is what? Develop a common function. In which develop a common function in which we hit or what? We raise the exceptions by using which keyword? Yes, phase number 3. Phase 3. What is that? Phase 3. What is the phase 3? Develop a main program. Develop a main program for what? For what? Handling the exceptions. For handling the exceptions. By using which keyword? Try, except, else, finally, other way around, other keywords. Another way, previous round, raise. Understand, ma? Yes, is it understandable? Any doubt is there? Understandable. How many phases are there? I will take it. This is called one type of phase. Because the daily, I don't want to go for this. I want to give you the example then and there. See that, ma? I give you the class name. See that I give you the class name. Okay, sir. This is called one example. Okay. Second example, I want to go for it. What is the phase now? Phase 2, I will take it. Because every example will be like this. Every example will be like this. Phase number 2, I am talking, my dear students. What is the phase number 2, please? This one. This one. You see, I will take it here. No difficulty actually. When I go to the case study, once you develop a bigger case study, this will look very small for you. Okay, this is called one thing. One thing I will take it. Next, I will take the last part, 3. Phase number 3, I am taking, students. What is the phase number 3, students? Go to that place. I take it. This one I will take it. This one I will take it. This is separate places you need to take it. This is a separate places. This is like this I am taking. Are you understanding? And moreover, I am in the middle of that. When I say enter this, value error is coming. Where is the exception is hitting? Where is the exception is hitting? In this program only exception is hitting or not? This KVR division error was hit by what? Some other program. But in this case, this exception is hit here only, na? So I will write those statements also in which block? Okay. That also I will write in try block. That also I will write it in try block. That also I am writing in try block. Which exception I will write it? Come on. Suppose you are asking, sir, I am not remembering the exception name. You are having an exception name, na? You can write happily, na? How do you write it? If you want, you can write simply, say, print, oops, something went wrong. Went wrong. Okay, execute. Come on, students. Say 100, ABC. Which block is handling? Except default block. Understand, ma? But I already know what? Yes. Don't go for that except without except class name. You'd go with the except class name. Now you say, please tell me, don't enter STRs, symbols, and what? Alpha numeric. Okay, execute. Say, enter. Say ABC. See that? Say next what? $100. Say like this. Say something. Something, ma. Exception? Yes, E. You want me to write? Okay, we can write it. So 23 and say something like, 23 ABC. You got like this. You want to write here exception as E. Here you want me to write or here you want me to write? Here only. Okay. Exception. What? As K. Why E? Buttified. Comma what? K. Come on. Say 10. Say ABC. What is that? Don't enter this message and invalid literal. This is coming base. So here this message you need not write it. Simply you can say K also. 10 something like 23 ABC. This message is coming. Beautiful. Understand? Okay. Go. But I already knows this type of thing. And if at all you want, go for what? Except. Come on, ma. Exception as E. Print of what? Beautiful. If any unknown exceptions are coming, people can take care of. 0. Got it. And say 10. ABC. Everything I got it. Understand, students? So what did you understand today? 2 things we understand. How to develop programmer defined exception. How to develop defined exception. Steps I set. How many phases are there? 3 phases. I will write last sentence. To develop any Python based application. To develop any Python based application with programmer defined exceptions, we must go for 3 phases. This is the industry recommendation. This is the standards of programming of Python. 3 phases. They are phase number 1, this one. Phase number 1, this one. Development of exception classes, development of common functions, development of main program for handling. This is the way. This is the information. I wrote it. Are you understanding? Fine. So this is called programmer defined or exception. And one small example also I develop. Tomorrow class when I come, I will develop case study itself. When I develop case study means many files are there, many exceptions are there. So that you will become much perfect in the class. 2 hours completely I will be with the programs only. 1 hour I will develop complete case study. 1 more hour I will tell you about what? Program. Another programs I will tell you. Yesterday I started get pass, some password related information. That also I will provide in my exception programming. Understand, students? Right, Ganesh, don't worry, ma. Base class definition, don't worry. Base class definition easily you can understand. A base class is one which will provide the properties to the derived class. Properties to the, you will get this so much of information in inheritance. In inheritance, you will get it. See, students, where I used to tell, go to OOPS, inheritance. Under that inheritance in Python, there is a definition of Python. What is that? The class which is giving the data members and methods and constructors is called what? Base or superclass. The class which is giving the data members and methods and constructor to the derived class is called what? Base class. I will explain this. Don't worry. Today we have to understand. What is the keyword you need to understand, ma? What is the keyword you need to understand? Say that exceptions. Under that, one keyword is there. What is the keyword, ma? Raise a keyword. I want to make you to read. See, raise is a keyword used for raising or hitting or generating exceptions as a part of what? Function body. When certain condition is. Okay, sir. Definition, please. DEF function name. List of formal params if any. If test condition, raise. What name? Very good. Come on. Next, please. Number of pages required for, okay, that is, leave it. This is the keyword. Already I wrote it, na? Fine. So, one more definition. Of course, anything is going to be same only. I will say exceptions or somewhere else if anything is there. Exceptions. Something like nodes. I will take the raise keyword. Maybe something different I wrote it. Look at that. So same thing, same notes only maybe taken it. Are you understanding this? So this is called what? Example also. This is going to be better for you to send this information. So save as, I will go to sending this information to you in the Google Drive class. Is it understandable, students? In the notes, I will give you this raise keyword. This is the same example, division, raise caveat division error. Otherwise, written this A comma B or something, say A by B. Understand? Is it understandable, raise keyword? So today, some important development is done in the class. This is called development of which exceptions? Programmer defined exceptions is done. Development of programmer defined exceptions. That is our topic name. I gave you the steps also. Please be perfect in that area. I will upload this and tomorrow I will continue the case studies. Case study example I will discuss. Don't miss tomorrow class. So students in the class, is it understandable today? Okay, book name. Okay, book name is important first. Okay, book name is Oracle. That book title is SQL by PLSQL Developer's Guide by this author name I am writing, ma. Author name Evan Barons, BARONS. Yeah, Evan Barons is the author name. PLSQL Developer's Guide by Evan Barons. BPB publication anukuntadu. BPB publication. So I like this book very much. BPB publication. Oracle 19C version is going on. 19C. Senapati, you learn Oracle, ma. SQL Server is for .NET students. You learn Oracle. Senapati, you learn Oracle. Okay, fine. So students, I hope everybody understand this discussion. I think so. Ranjan, sir, what are you saying, ma? Sir, I request to you, don't upload a file in Google Drive in RAR file format, sir. It is very difficult to extract even file I don't extract, sir. Okay. But feature Sundar 100 means 100 and 100%. Okay. Yeah. So it is easy to extract. Okay. Anyhow, got it. Okay. Got it. Okay. Got it. So anyhow, I will upload 3 files. Keep in mind that 3 files. 3 files. Immediately after going to home, you download and practice it. You will remember it. Okay, now? So shall I stop the class? Tomorrow I will go for what? Case study I will explain. Okay, students? Thank you. Good day. All the best.